Hi friends, in the basics of financial planning part 2, this is part 3. I am coming with how to take risk cover, insurance for you. As we in the earlier video we have seen that risk cover forms the fundamental of any financial planning. See, many of the people are wondering that how to take risk cover. There are lot of videos, lot of literature, lot of media. They say that you have to take this kind of risk cover, you have to go for lesser premium, they have to go for the shorter term or longer term, only term insurance plan. Lot of confusion. Will I get return or not return? And then what is the claim settlement? Whether the company will give or not, online, offline, so many doubts with many of the people are wondering that what to do with that, and then they are going for trial and error method. This trial and error method will not work for life insurance, because the life insurance you are taking for your family as a earning person. It is only for the person. This life insurance product will come into effect, unfortunately, only after that person expires, because there is no product to feel how you are going to, this life insurance is going to work for you, because we are taking insurance policy for our family. Even though it is taken in our name, the beneficiary is going to be the family, or the family are smart enough to undergo the ordeal of getting proper claim from the insurance company. This is one important thing. We may be smart enough, but our family, in our absence, will they go to pillar to post to get the claim? So it is very important, friends, how to choose your life insurance risk cover. I am going to tell you very broad principles. I am not going into any of the plan features or product details in this video. I am going to tell you how to choose according to your ability, your understanding, your family background, how the insurance policy to be chosen. So in this video, the main question is that how to choose risk cover. How to choose risk cover? Risk cover means what? In case of death, that family is getting financial compensation for as an insurance. So here we see the first question you need to ask yourself is that, do I need only risk cover or with returns? See, the only risk cover. So many people are saying that, financial experts, they are saying that yes, you should go for term insurance plan. You should not be going for any other plan. You have to invest in markets. You have to invest in stocks. Yes, everything said and done. But with that risk cover, how much money you are going to spend? Whether are you ready to forgo that much amount of money only for term insurance plan? In India, most of the family, around 80% of the people are from middle class. So whatever we invest, we need some kind of return. We expect some returns also, that too safe returns. Our risk appetite is not as a professional one. Professional people are saying that you have to bifurcate here and there. The first thing is that risk appetite is different for different people, different state of people. A lower middle income group person may not be wanting to buy the plan which is not giving any returns. He would always think that after 20 or 25 years, what would be returned to my family? So he is optimistic that yes, I would survive for these many years. Only in case of death only this term insurance will give you, but in case of not dying, not being alive, will I lose all the money which I have spent, because it is a hard earned money. So for those people, with returns plan is very much important. Yes, of course, term insurance plans are good, but according to your choice. So we will see what are all the benefits, how to choose the term insurance plan, how to choose the endowment plans. So we will see one by one. Term insurance. If you take risk cover, you can take term insurance plan, and then one more option is there, ULIP, and then endowment plans. So the term insurance plan means only risk cover. In case of death only, that family will get. So nothing else. So term assurance is met only the certain term. If it is 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, during that 30-year period something happens to that person, then only that family will get claim. It is just like a car insurance, friends. The car insurance, what will happen? Every year you pay some amount. For a 10 lakhs car you are paying around 20,000 rupees insurance. This 20,000 rupees insurance is only if something happens to that car, you will be getting the claim. If you are driving car well enough, no problem, you keep your car parked in the parking, not taking the car for 1 year, this insurance is waste. You will not be. Similarly, here also term assurance, if something happens to that family, then only the claim will be paid. The second option, suppose if you are taking the term assurance plan, number one important aspect you have to look for the claim settlement ratio. Claim settlement, both these words are very, very important. What is claim? In case of death of person during the term of policy, that nominee goes and claims the sum assured. The sum assured may be 1 crore rupees. So he or she goes, that family member, yes, my husband or my father has taken policy, please give me the claim of sum assured. So this is called a claim. Then settlement. Settlement option is that claim settlement. Settlement is that whether the policy is settled. Whether it is fully settled, partially settled, that is always a questionable one. So I am stressing, what is settlement? It can be fully or partially. What is that settlement? Don't go by the figures also. Who is settling? 100%. You do your research in the IRDA website, how much policy is done. Who can be trusted on. So suppose if I am not here in this world, who would give that money to my family? So which company can be trusted? So only from that company you should be taking policies. So I would say that the most trusted company in India is what? Life Insurance Corporation of India. So in the Life Insurance Corporation of India, 99.83% is the claim settlement ratio. That can be varied in fractions from 97 to 98 depend on the policy, but it is always around 97 to 98%. So given the amount of policy LIC does is 29 crore policies LIC is servicing, of which 97 to 98% is very huge figure. So you have to see that which company can be trusted upon. This settlement. Settlement, my dear friends, can be partial also, can be full. But LIC settles 100%. Then you have to see the term assurance, what is the term I have to take. Whether you want to take a shorter term, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or the long term. So long term means you have to pay the more amount of premium. Short term means less amount of premium, because shorter term your risk is less. When you are aging more, the risk is more, so that premium is also high. It is always recommended take your term assurance when you are young for a long period of time. So the level premium will be less even though it is for a long time. So a person taking insurance policy as a age of 30, a person taking insurance policy for 30 years or 40 years, his premium, and the person aged 50 taking for 20 years or 10 years will be higher. So the younger person pays less premium, the aged person will pay the more premium. That is the difference between this short term and long term. You have to do your math according to the availability of funds with you. Then is the cost of premium. That's what I have discussed. So cost of premium, one more aspect is that people always say it is not a market or it is not a product where you go and purchase insurance plan looking at the premium only. So important aspect is that if you are running an insurance company, it is simple statistics. Supposing 1 in 1000 is the death ratio, or 1 in 3 is the 3 in 1000 is the mortality rate, we say mortality rate. So 3% dies for every 1000 person. If it is the mortality rate, if a person takes 1 crore policy, so it means what? For 1000 people, 1,000 people, there should be minimum of 3 crore corpus with me in order to settle the claim. 3 crore means how much the premium from 1,000 people you have to take? So 3 crores. My math is little bit. So 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, 3 crore. So 1,000 people. So minimum 30,000 premium I should take from each person. Then only I can settle a claim of 3 crore rupees. That is, in case of all the 3% expires during 1 year time, then only I will be able to settle the claim. Supposing if I take, some company take only 15,000 rupees as premium, what will happen? Naturally, that company will be able to settle the claim only for 1.5%, 1.5, because his corpus is only 1.5 crore. The 1.5 crore, 3 is the mortality rate, but with me corpus is only 1.5 crore. So some person has taken policy, all the 1,000 people by paying 15,000 premium. Then what will happen? It is not possible. It is just an illustration, my dear friends. Then what the company will do? Simply they will say some fictitious reason. They will avoid the claim. They will avoid the claim because one more thing, my dear friends. So most of the customers, 99.9% of customers, they don't fill the forms. So it is only they think that they will put an autograph. So if they put the autograph, what will happen? They don't know what is filled inside. So yes, you have misrepresented the facts. You have given them. You have done mistake in the form. We may not. I am sorry. We are sorry. We are not able to settle the claims. Then they will say, instead of 1 crore rupees, we are ready to pay 20 lakhs rupees. Otherwise, whatever the money you have paid, take it. So, my dear friends, some companies are doing in India. I am not naming any companies. There are very good companies. Most of the companies are very, very good. Now comes to exclusions in term assurance. My dear friends, when you are taking term assurance, you have to be little bit cautious whether the policy is covered of all eventualities. Basically, the term assurance plan is called a high risk plan. It means low premium, the risk cover is very high. So compensation from LIC or risk cover from LIC is very high. So in that case, they will have, generally all insurance company will have some kind of exclusions. Exclusions means what? It is beyond acts of God, beyond the control of the company, like war, famine, pandemic, even in COVID times, whether pandemic is covered or not, whether flood is covered or not, tsunami or war. So such things covered or not, you have to check with your insurance company before taking policy. When it comes to LIC, it covers most of these acts of God also. So you see any kind of incident happening across India, like flood or tsunami or any earthquake, LIC is the first insurance company will go and settle the claim with relaxed norms. For instance, in recent times, there was a conflict between Israel and Palestine in recent times. One of the Indian got killed in the act of conflict in Israel. So LIC of India has settled the claim. It means that LIC of India settles claim not only in India for war, it also settles claim beyond its borders. So you can see the trust, you can see the company's loyalty towards its customer, how much the LIC goes out and settles the claim, that too in a very short period of time. It has come in many news items. So you have to check whether these exclusions are covered or not. This is in respect to term assurance plan. There are two more options for you, ULIPs and endowment plan. Let's see ULIP in a short version, because ULIP itself it will take a long session. So I will just cover it most important points. What is ULIP? Unit linked insurance plans or unit linked policies. So unit linked insurance policies are basically investment and insurance. So here, then the term assurance, you are not getting anything. Here in the ULIPs, you are not only getting the risk cover, but also you are getting the investment also. So investment is done. All this investment and insurance transparently shown to the customer. The entire risk of the capital appreciation borne by the customer, not by the insurance company. There are option market linked plans are there. Market link means stock market. So beyond the insurance cover, whatever the left out portion, saving element, they will invest in the market according to your choosing, like debt, equity, balanced, hybrid funds. So there are basically four schemes are there: debt, I repeat, debt, equity, balanced and hybrid funds. So in which company invests, that is your choice. You can make switches, 4 switches in a year, and then the growth is also depend on the market. In addition to that, yes, being an insurance company, they will also provide you risk cover. In this ULIP plan, there is a single investment also there, and then the shorter term and long term ULIP plans also there. It's a very good option for those who are ready to take risk as well as they want investment to grow. And there is a catch, expense ratio also there. Every year you are paying expense ratio, how much money expended for, that is apart from your investment, what is the money allocation charges you pay for mortality and other official expenses. So those expenses also explicitly told. That is called ULIP plans. ULIP plan, remember that if you are savvy with the market, if you are ready to take risk, then only you have to plunge into ULIPs. Endowment plans. So endowment plans are traditionally called traditional plans or conventional plans. This is for the people, those who want insurance as well as safe return. So some amount of money they want to invest as well as they want to take insurance also. This is the most popular among all these plans are endowment plans. In the endowment plans, it gives you the flexibility of taking adequate insurance, return, safety, everything is from guaranteed by the insurance company. So in this insurance company, more so in LIC of India, LIC gives a sovereign guarantee. So whatever policy money you are invested, that money cash is guaranteed by the government of India. So in endowment plans, we have got endowment. What is endowment? People say endowment, endowment, endowment. You must know what is endowment. Endowment means word basically end. It means policy end. The company owes you. Owement. Company owes you. So at the end of the plan, we owe you to give some money. That is the maturity amount. That is called endowment. So it is basically end plus owement is called endowment. In endowment plan, we have got a whole life survival benefit plan. Survival benefit plan means what? As you survive, you will be keep on getting some money for throughout the life. Such plans are also there. I am not going into detail of the product detail. I am just giving a broad idea of which are all the plans, basic plans are available. Like whole life plan with survival benefit. Then with money back plan. So money back plan means it is also survival benefit plan, but periodically, not every year you will be getting 4th year, 8th year, 12th year, 16th year, 20th year, or otherwise 5th year, 10th year, 15th year, 20th year or 25th year. This is for the cash flow management. So you have got some kind of requirement in between also, you can use this money back plan. And there is also new generation endowment plans. These are more like term assurance plan. It is for the people, marginal people, those who can't afford big money for endowment plan, but they should have adequate insurance. Such plans are also low cost plan introduced by, subsidized by Government of India. They have given a very less cost. At the same time, these plans are loyalty additions. It means they encourage the policy holder to take it for a longer duration, like 20 years term, minimum 20 years term, then they will give loyalty addition also. The cost of the plan also very less. So we have got this endowment plans are quite flexible, and then the risk of the returns is taken by the insurance company. You need not worry about the safety of money. The return will also be there. You will also get insurance also. You will be getting adequate insurance. So once again, it is very important for you to choose what type of risk cover, how much return you require, whether you are able to assess the risk in term insurance plan, how you have to take, and then if you are ready to take market risk, you can go for ULIP plans. Otherwise, if you want to leave all the headaches of returns and risk, how much return is required, you can leave with the company. That is why this endowment plans is so popular among Indians. So, in spite of these two plans, term assurance and ULIP plans, most of the majority of Indians, every household, they have got one or other endowment plans, because this has given consistent returns throughout around 6 to 6.5 decades of LIC of India. The most trusted plans. If you want to know more about these endowment plans or ULIP plans or term assurance plans, you are most welcome. In the description, I have given the Google form for policy servicing. You can give your numbers, you can contact me, I will send my agents for policy servicing and new policy. Everything will be done in a transparent manner. So trust with LIC, LIC is trust, LIC trusts people. So that is what Life Insurance Corporation of India stands for. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.